this. Did we expect to win that game? We did, and that's exactly what we did. Because we built that fucking way. And everything we talked about was how it went down. We had to be patient, man. Offense, we go all the way down and score. Defense, we need a takeaway. We come out at halftime, we get a huge takeaway. Told you guys we're built for this shit. We can overcome anything as long as you guys just fucking hang with it. We got a ton to clean up when we get back. But until then, enjoy this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm proud of you guys. Break it down.
Hey, remember this feeling that wasn't perfect. We stick together. We are built for this, boys. We are built for this. 2-0 next. Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win!
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How everybody doing? It is football season. It is here, it is here, it is here. I'm your host, the Big Dog, and welcome to JBK Zone Coverage Podcast, Season 1, Episode 2. We're back, we're live, we're lit. I want to thank everybody for last week for showing up on our show. Y'all did a great job with us today. As you come in, you come out. Make sure you engage with us, talk with us. We got a bunch to talk about, a bunch to discuss. We got to talk about the upset victory this past Thursday. We'll get into that. And so much more. So what I do right now is bring my guests for the show, co-host actually for the show. B. Striller. Let's go. What up, B. Striller? What up? I know you happy. I know you happy. You got a lot to be happy about, grateful about. We definitely. How you feeling today? You feeling all right?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Got 16 more games to go though. Just like Coach said, we got 16 more games to go. Just one. We supposed to win that game, so you know.
Right. You got so much to be happy about, and I know you are. I'm more happy than anybody right now. You don't know what a victory right now in the league right now. But we'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. Next, I'm gonna bring on our Bills Mafia dopest fan in the world, Kevin. What's going on, Monkey? What up?
What's up, everybody?
You doing all right, man?
I am so excited for this. Hell yeah. Could hardly sleep last night. I'm ready for some football. Just wish the Bills played today.
Oh, yeah, you got some Monday. Yeah, I know that joint's killing you.
Yeah. You know, it's killing me that way, but if you look at it, the Bills play Monday night, but I only got to wait 6 days for them to play again.
Yeah, which is true. Hey,
you got to save the best for the last, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
That'll be the most watched show.
Best for the last.
It'll be the most watched show. So it'll be all right, man. But like I said, thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all engage with us, man. That's what we love. Real quick, what up? How you doing, man? I want everybody to remember that engaging with us is how we grow. And the way we help y'all grow is y'all help us, so we help y'all. So what we created was a QR code that gives you a link and access to all of our platforms. So we can get the QR code pulled up real quick. All you gotta do is click on this QR code right here, and it brings you to every last one of our platforms, from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook to YouTube as well, man. Make sure y'all scan that QR code, and you get access to all of our exclusive content, all our exclusive pages. We're also now on Spotify too. So if you happen to miss the show, you go on Spotify, look for us, just type in JBK Zone Coverage Podcast. It'll pull all the latest ones of our shows moving forward. So we got you guys, got your back. Also, we want to be able to acknowledge all of our commenters. So make sure y'all click that permission link above the group page. If you go to the Home Field Advantage page, there's a permission link. You click on that, and it'll be able to give us permission to see your name. So when you pop up here, you write a comment, we're able to see your name. We're able to know who you are, other than seeing Facebook users, like as we just saw not too long ago. So I like y'all for tag a friend, to tag a friend, to tag a friend, to tag a friend. Let them know that we live, we lit, and we ready. Y'all ready to go, man?
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this shit.
Let's go to get into the flashback video of the week.
Now let me ask you this.
But outside to stop the clock, to get a big play outside, that's a gift from the football guys. 40 yards. And here is Stafford's pass, and Calvin Johnson stopped at the 1-yard line. The Detroit Lions. No timeouts left. Time is running. They're at the 1, and Stafford says, come on in. Reaches over. Touchdown! Unbelievable. lost a heartbreaker last week. Big pass to Durham, to Calvin Johnson. And if you're the Cowboys, how do you let this happen?
They've got to review it. Obviously, it is a scoring play, but I tell you what, some key decisions here. And again, you knew it had to be Calvin Johnson to kind of get the thing started. Now they're going to come back and make sure Calvin Johnson doesn't get involved. Great play right here to bring it down to the 1-yard line. And then smart move by Stafford. Knowing you were thinking, we're going to clock it. That's what Dallas thought. You could see there was no push by the defensive line. They thought it was just going to clock it because of the time. That post-game news conference I was talking about.
And to honor the Detroit Lions, that's the fatback video of the week. We got Matt Stafford going over the power line, fake spike in there against the Dallas Cowboys in their victory against the Cowboys.
Dante gonna be mad about that if he's watching.
He really is. He really is. So yeah.
He always gotta say is 5.
Man, I was the fatback video of the week, man. We got more of those every single week. Just tune in next week to find out what our next fatback video of the week is. So now we're about to get right into Monkey's zone covered news. Who's gonna give it to us, man?
Alrighty. Well, this season kicked off with an awesome game between the Lions and Chiefs. The Lions won 21-20.
How about that, Kevin? Little delay on this side.
And yeah, I was kind of waiting, and then I didn't want to wait too long, so
I know I had pressed it while you were waiting because I saw you waiting. It was already pressed, but there was a delay. So my bad.
Gotcha. We'll get better. Kadarius Toney has deleted his social media account due to his stat line of 1 reception for 1 yard on 5 targets and 1 rush for -1 yards. Out of them 5 targets, Toney dropped 3, including 1 that turned into a pick 6, and 1 was a pass that could have given the Chiefs a solid chunk of yardage that turned out to be the Chiefs' final drive. The Chiefs definitely felt the absence of Travis Kelce and Chris Jones. The game averaged nearly 27 million viewers, making it the most watched show since Super Bowl 57. The game has become the second most viewed NFL game ever via streaming. It was also the second most viewed NFL season opener. It was also the first time Patrick Mahomes has lost a season opener ever. High school, college, NFL, he's never lost a season opener till now. Good job, Lions. Defending Super Bowl champions are now right. Defending Super Bowl champs are now 13-5 in the kickoff game. Interesting fact about the MVP award. In 1982, during the lockout season, Mark Mosley of the Washington Redskins won the MVP award. And what makes that interesting is he was the kicker, and he is the only kicker to ever win the MVP. Over the past 20 years, 18 teams have gone from last place in their division to first. Last year's basement dwellers were the Jets, Broncos, Texans, Commanders, Browns, Cardinals, Bears, and Falcons. Who do you think will be who do you think has the best chance of going from bottom to top?
So like far as like
or teams.
Yeah, the basement dweller teams that went from last to first.
I don't remember who was last other than Cleveland, but I thought they'd go be last again. So you know,
Jets. You have the Jets, the Broncos, the Texans, the Commanders, the Browns, the Cardinals, Bears, and Falcons.
Probably the Jets.
The Jets and the Falcons definitely got a chance.
I think the Falcons have the best chance being in the weak ass division they're in.
Yeah. I got you.
Yep. Jets and Falcons, yep, same here. Jets Falcons got the best chance.
Jets, yeah.
But that'd be all my monkey news for you.
I figured
I'd end up with a question.
I appreciate you for that news report. Like I said, everybody that's topping in, welcome to the show. We in season 1, episode 2 of JBK's Zone Coverage Podcast. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all load up that comment section like I did last week. Y'all can talk to us. I said the question throughout the show. We'll stop and answer the question at the appropriate time, appropriate manner. Don't forget, we love for y'all to engage. So make y'all smash that emoji buttons, hit the like buttons, hit the comment, and share it as well. Appreciate y'all so much. Y'all ready to go? Everybody ready to go?
Yes, sir.
We're right into it, y'all.
Be ready.
That's probably the best chance, but the Lions ain't letting it happen. Right. All right, Josh, let's get to the very first question of the day. Are the Lions legit? I'm going to be sure to start the opening up.
I'm going to put it to you this way. I think they're a way better team than any Lions team I've ever seen in their complete history since I've been watching. Being legit, though, for us, well, for me personally, being a Lions fan, they have to make the playoffs. They have to win a playoff game for me to even think they're going to be legit. This is block one of getting that legitness, beating the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas. Last year, it was beating Green Bay, and Green Bay, when it counted for Green Bay and didn't count for the Lions, they came through and beat them. So you got to look at it. They beat two of the best quarterbacks in the game. Aaron Rodgers last year and Patrick Mahomes this year. So it's still, I'm still skeptical that the Lions, we know how this team history goes, but everything is pointing up. Give me till week 8. I'll let you know if they're legit or not. If their record is really positive, then I'll go in with the Kool-Aid.
All right. As for me, I've been for y'all legit since last year. Y'all been getting better and better throughout the years that's come with the building up the offensive line, with the wide receiver position, the running back position, even the quarterback position right now. I feel like Jared Goff is your perfect game manager, as we talked about years in the past in our old podcast. As long as he got talent around him, he showed how good he really is. He showed it. He showed poise in the pocket. He never gave up, even in the toughest moments of the game. You know what I'm saying? They stood in this right now, and I feel like this team getting better every single year. And we're drafting Gibbs to enhance that running back position after letting go both Williams and Swift. So y'all looking really, really good right now, man. So it is early to tell about as far as legit don't go, but they're pointing in the right direction of legitimacy as right now. So we'll see around the next 3 weeks, month of football for them. We'll see how they go. But right now, they leaning towards that. So I won't say just yet, but they're leaning towards it. All right, Monkey, what you got?
I want to say they're legit. They started looking legit last year at the end of the season. They ended it on a positive, mark, but you got to wait and see, really. I want to say they are legit, but, I mean, I agree with Brian. It's probably the best Lions team I've seen since I've been watching football. And I'm excited for them, but the only issue is just because it's the best Lions team, with the teams that are in the league now, they're maybe the best Lions team, but they may be like within the top 10. I think they will finish within the top 10 of the season, regardless. I think they'll go to the playoffs. I think they'll win a playoff game. So I do think they are leaning towards legit, but I don't want to jinx them either.
And I believe when Jericho doesn't turn the ball over, they're one of the better teams in the league. I think he just passed Tom Brady with the most passing attempts without an interception. You know what I'm saying? Right now.
Yeah.
So and you got how amazing this team is. They running game is unbelievable. That line, the way that line opens up the holes, man, is real. So I see what Bishop was saying when I feel like he was discredited in Williams. He kind of wasn't, but in a way I feel like he was. But I see now the way the line opens up and they just find the holes, man. That line, that offensive line, I would love to have that line right now. My line's developing and getting a lot better than they have been in recent years. But
I don't want to even talk about offensive lines.
The best offensive line I've seen right now is the Detroit Lions. Their line is ridiculous, man. You probably could put Le'Veon Bell back there, put Darren McFadden back there, and then probably to get 1,000 yards off that. It's just so crazy. That line is so good. It's really, really good, man. They really are a problem in the league, man. They really, really are. They really, really are, man. I think they are heading in the right direction, man. I honestly feel that way. They are. Unless they unleash Gibbs, is going to be scary. When they finally do, oh, man. I think he's a rookie, so he's gonna rotate in and out with the other guy. But once he gets acquainted, man, that team gonna be legit. And when they get their wide receiver back as well, I think they're really, really gonna be a lot better than they are right now. But they made a statement. But
yeah, word on the street, his workload get bigger for next game. So we'll see a lot more Gibbs this next coming up game.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to ease him into it instead of just throwing him out there and say go. No reason to when you got that other running back, bro.
Didn't look like he needed to be eased into
back.
it as much as out of that flash I saw.
Right. I was surprised they didn't use him more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
But they want to see how he do with sharing the load, which was not bad.
I think a lot of people were expecting to see him more after seeing that meme about how they were going to use him, and they showed the bench.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Joe, so let's go to get into our next question of the day. Who has him? Who was missed more? Travis Kelce or Chris Jones? Monkey, I'll let you go first.
Definitely Kelce. Chris Jones. They're both very impactful players, but the fact that Mahomes has proven he can win with a subpar defense, how's he going to do that with? I mean, I can understand he can do it with any level of wide receiver too. We saw that last year. He had mediocre receivers and he was still balling out. They won the Super Bowl, but it doesn't matter if they can't catch. If they drop the balls, it's not Patrick Mahomes' fault. I don't blame Patrick Mahomes for his pick whatsoever. That pick 6 on him, but it sucks because it goes right into his stats. But it's definitely, I definitely think Kelce was missed more because he wouldn't have been going to numbnuts there so many times. Kelce would have had at least 15 receptions on Thursday, easily.
I believe Travis Kelce because the defense wasn't as bad. They didn't do bad. They caused a turnover. There been some pivotal stops, so I think it wasn't terrible. They wasn't the worst. I mean, they gave a lot of gave 21 points, of course, but it wasn't that bad. But that offense, man, you see how different they were when they have Travis Kelce and when they don't have him, man. He truly was missed, man. He was fucked those up with wide receivers, and I think a couple of tight ends throughout the time, but you see that he was clearly missed. I agree with Monkey over there. Charles Kelce did 10 15 targets. Sounds about right for him. He probably had over 100 yards probably. In the game, it went different if it wasn't for that pick 6, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But, yeah, I think it's Travis Kelce for me. B. Striller.
I would say it would be Travis Kelce as well, only because that is a confident factor for Patrick Mahomes. I don't think that Patrick Mahomes had a bad game. He had a very Patrick Mahomes type game. The problem is that the other receivers that he threw to, and we're not just talking about just one, there was a few that dropped passes that were just wide open passes. So it's your game probably might have went a different way had those receivers caught the ball, or Marvin Jones had them problems on his side too. So I mean, and Goff had a complement of receivers and running backs too. But when you drop passes in the NFL on key situations, that is not helping your quarterback. I don't care if your quarterback is Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or somebody like Sam Howell. You got to catch passes. And if you don't have the confidence, you see that Patrick Mahomes really didn't have a confidence. There's a couple of times he ran and he did have a couple of receivers open. He just didn't feel like throwing to them because he didn't think they were going to catch the ball. So he had to run. So when you don't have that confidence in your receivers, that takes away a lot from your offense and takes away from a lot of extraordinary things that Patrick Mahomes can do. So yeah, Travis Kelce was probably the biggest loss. You can win with a mediocre defense these days because it's all about the offense anyway. So defense don't win championships no more. Great offenses too.
Yeah, trying to look that way now. They're trying to be shift now. That was supposed to be the model for years,
Mm-hmm.
but now they're looking that way now. It definitely. Is that thing going in the comment section? Be sure we got anybody in the comment section that answer the question.
Yeah. Let's see. We got. Let's see. Somebody said they wanted Gibbs over Bijan. Somebody said your Steelers look good.
We're gonna find out today.
And this is a perfect point I'm trying to make right here.
Sky Moore
without a single reception. He was another one dropping passes nobody was talking about because his wasn't apparent, but he did drop a couple of key ones too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Kelsey. Somebody said Kelsey as well. Agreed with majority of the panel. So yeah, they're good. All right. That's another countenance.
All right, so let's get right into Monkey's Trivia. Question number 1.
All right. With the Lions and Chiefs game being the second most viewed NFL season opener, what season opener game was viewed the most?
What was the question again?
Damn.
That's
a hard one off right off the bat. Come on, Monkey.
Yeah, I know. I had to make sure you guys were awake today.
Hold on. Ask that again.
What season opener game was viewed the most?
Damn. Oh, okay.
It was within the last couple of years.
So it wasn't last year; it was the year before because they said it was more than last year. Well, Buffalo and Kansas City.
Wasn't it just this past game, the Chiefs and Lions?
No,
Buffalo and the Rams.
The Lions were
before this one.
The Chiefs and Lions were the second most viewed NFL season opener. What was the first?
Damn. Man.
The reason why I picked this question was because it kind of goes along with your Lions video going over the Cowboys.
So was the Cowboys and Bucks?
It was Tampa winning over the Bucks 31-29.
Well, I was okay. There we go. You kind of gave me the hint there. You kind of helped me there. Okay, I'll take it though. I'll take half of it. You kind of give me the hint there. All right, so let's go ahead and move on with our next question of the day. Should there be an asterisk by the Lions win over the Chiefs? Who the hell wrote this? Wait, no. Why? Why? Because I have injuries? No.
No, actually, this is not as weird as question as you think because Mike Tirico was the one who brought this up.
Oh, he did?
He said that there should be an asterisk by the Lions win because they didn't have 2 of their 3 players that they had.
No.
Well, in that case, you need to put an asterisk after every single Bills game last year from like the beginning of the season, just every fucking game because we had somebody else.
Injuries happens all the time. Next man up.
No.
And the other one, and either one of them was the Lions' fault. You had the injury from Kelsey, which was just 3 days before the game.
Right.
And then you have a contract dispute with your other player. That has nothing to do with the Lions. It has nothing to do
next man up. I want to hear that. No. Because what if the Chiefs would have won that game?
Asterisks in there.
So what if the Chiefs would have won that game? You could put an asterisk on that? No.
I think it would have been a bigger deal. This game would have been a bigger deal if the Lions would have lost.
Exactly.
Darren said Lions didn't have Jamo. Okay, that's funny. That's funny, Darren, because you know what? Jamo is he's okay, but he ain't played a full season yet. You know, he's got some question marks on him too. So it's not like if we would have had him in the game, we would have blew the damn Kansas City Chiefs out either. So I'm not buying that. You play with the guys that you play with.
This is a dumb question.
But that's the one Mike. I'm just putting it out there because I know Mike Tirico put that there.
Mike Tirico's an idiot,
and it's a damn shame because he lives in Michigan. That's the problem that I had with the whole situation. How you gonna just down the lines? You live here, mom. You know what I'm saying?
He sound real salty right now. What he sound like right now? I like hate right now.
And I don't know why he's sounding salty because you know he's from Michigan, so I don't.
I don't know why either, Asher. What? Next man up. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I think we all answered that question. Right. No. Let's move on to the next question. I can't believe that. Oh, man. I cannot believe that. Did the departure of Bieniemy affect the Kansas City game plan? No. Not having Travis Kelce did. Because Patrick Mahomes still doing Patrick Mahomes things throughout the entire game. It's just the receivers wasn't catching the ball. And then not having his number one target there, Travis Kelce, he had changed a bit. But I don't think Bieniemy separated that, made a difference in this game at all because they still able to put up points. Patrick Mahomes still able to do the things he was able to do. And like I say, he just didn't have his number one guy. So not at all. It's too early. And plus, right now, it's too early to say. It's only been one game. So it's kind of really too early to say. Be sure.
Is Eric Bieniemy a receiver?
Nope.
That's all I got to say. He didn't affect the game plan because he was not there being a receiver. He didn't drop any passes. So no, I don't buy that either.
Now you see the difference between Eric Bieniemy and Nagy. Not necessarily because, like I said, they still put up points. It still was in the game. But only thing that was different is that the Robinson was dropping the balls. That's it. So I really can't. It's too early to say. It's too early to say. I can't.
The game plan worked perfectly fine. It was the execution that failed.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Correct.
Good point, Kevin.
If no one catching the ball, Travis Kelce wasn't going to make the bigger difference because they would have doubled him the whole game. Yep. No one else is going to hurt him. Nobody's going to guard him anyway.
Kelce still gets open when he's double teamed. Come on.
Right. Exactly.
He's going to eat regardless, bro. But you are right. They would just end up double teaming him, and that's probably what they're going to do for throughout the whole season now, especially after seeing this first season game, seeing that the receivers have issues holding on to the ball. Yeah, everyone's going to target Kelce. So this may be a bad year for the Chiefs if they don't get shit together.
Last year, so we're being double teamed. Nah, not at all. Ain't no difference right now. I can't agree with that last.
And
time.
Again, we're all going on any effect. It's just one game. I'm sure they're going to turn this situation around. I'm sure Tony.
Yeah.
And not only was it just one game,
it's just like I was
the first game.
Right. I give the same thing to Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones fumbled for the first time in his career. He didn't. He got 8 targets and he caught 2 of them and fumbled 1 of them away. So that's a bad game for a player. It seemed to be spreading out through the receivers pretty much, but it's just one game. And Marvin Jones didn't play during any of the preseason. You notice the rustiness of the players that didn't play during the preseason to the players that did play. Like all the rookies for the Lions, awesome, because they all played during the preseason. All the starters, not so much. Goff had trouble in the first quarter going down the field and throwing some passes. He overthrew a couple people, but once he got on track, he was okay. And that was a generalization of most of the players on both sides. You don't play preseason games. I'm not saying I don't want my starters playing preseason games. That's my opinion. But you're going to see that rustiness in the beginning, the first game of the season. You'll probably see a lot of rustiness today too. So.
No, I agree. But I say, yeah. All right, so let's go get into our Monkeys trivia. Number two.
Number two. All right, here's an easy one for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What team has never had a 4,000-yard passer?
Chicago.
Yes, Chicago.
I'm about to say, it was either over Cleveland. I think Baker Mayfield did. So that's why I didn't want to say that. But
yeah,
Chicago,
they're in my division. I know.
Chicago's about to be next.
Chicago. Yeah.
Chicago. Let's go to the nation. We ready? Yes, sir.
There you go.
All right.
So shout out to the Steelers.
I immediately was going to say Cleveland. After that, it was going to be Chicago right after. All right, let's get into our next question of the day. Has Kelce made Mahomes better than he actually is? You can't say that. Because Patrick still doing the Patrick Mahomes things without him in the Thursday night game. I'm not sure what game you watching, but no. They when they're together, they're dangerous, yeah. But when he wasn't there, they still was able to put up points. Still was able to make plays. Still was able to do Patrick Mahomes things. The magic was still there. It was just that, like Kevin said in the last conversation, the execution wasn't there. So no, I don't agree with that at all. Be sure.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. what you said, because Patrick Mahomes had the plays. They were just not executed. Again, alluding to what Kevin said earlier too. Kelsey. He adds an added dimension to the offense, guaranteed that. But as far as everything else is concerned, no. I think he can run that field down. As long as you got Patrick Mahomes, then you can make anything possible. Patrick Mahomes is an extraordinary quarterback. So, what you got, Kevin?
I definitely don't think Kelsey makes Mahomes better than he actually is. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So you could be the strongest link in that chain, but the weakest link is going to drag you down. Their weakest link, wide receivers right now. The wide receivers lost that game. Mahomes didn't. That pick six wasn't on Mahomes. He wasn't overthrowing the ball. He wasn't underthrowing the ball. He wasn't throwing the ball away. He wasn't causing turnovers. He wasn't getting sacked. He even took off for a big ass run. You can't expect the quarterback to do everything. Because then you're going to end up looking like the Buffalo Bills, where you expect the quarterback to do everything, and it's just you can't do it. One man, it's not a one man team. A team. There's no I in team.
Not at all.
So it's a group effort, bro. If they gel, they gel. If they don't, they don't. Tony needs to put some stickum on them hands, or he's going to find his ass on the bench or unemployment line.
And they complement each other. There's two of the best at their position on the same team. They make each other more dangerous than what they already are, but make each other better than the other? Nah, I don't think so. I don't know. All right, let's get into our next question of the day. All right, y'all. Would Jared Goff Allen statistically among the year-ending QB rankings? Lance, statistically among the year-ending QB rankings. I apologize. Be sure to let you go first.
I think he'll be in top 10. If he keeps playing at this rate, he should be in the top 10. I'm hesitant to say top 5 because he's really a over glorified game manager. He can play his game as long as he got the people around him, to be successful. He's one of those type of quarterbacks. He's not a Stafford type quarterback. He's not a Mahomes type quarterback. He's not going to make things happen by himself when shit hits the fan. He's got to have people around him. But as long as he stays consistent, he can be top 10. He's not going to be a flashy top 10. He's not going to be one of those, oh, did you see that pass that Goff threw? No, he's not going to be that guy. He's just going to be the guy that gets the job done. And that's basically how the Detroit Lions are built anyway. They just get the job done and try to get out of there with that W. And he is nothing flashy. So I would say top 10 statistically, top 10. Yes.
Monkey.
I would say anywhere between 7 and 10. Like Brian said, I wouldn't exactly put him in the top 5, but he was one of the best quarterbacks towards the end of the season last year, as far as statistics go. So I'm not a big fan of Goff whatsoever. We all know this, but I will give him credit where credit is due. He balled out last year. He got his shit together, and let's hope that he can continue that. If he continues that, he'll be between, like I said, 7 and 10.
Last year, I think he was top 10 last year. I think he had one of the better, the best touchdown interception ratio last year. I think he had the lead in that. I think he did. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to have to look at that later, but I think it was him.
Yeah, he did. He did. He had a best touchdown.
So, I believe he was top 10 statistically last year. So I think he's already in there. So if he keep playing the way he's playing, I think so. Yeah, yes, here it is. Yes, I believe so. He'll probably be in between 6 and 10, between that area. If he keep playing the way he's playing, but yeah, he got one of the best QB touchdown interception ratio right now. So coming in from last year and moving forward right now. As long as not turning that ball over, making those coaching mistakes like he was doing last year, but not the year before that, I think he'll be better, and I think he will. So I got between 6 and 10. Unless he just plays amazing, he finds himself in the top 10 conversation statistically. If that seems to happen, then yeah. We got anything going in the comment section, B. Trilla?
No. No, let's see. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in here. Uh-oh. Well, here's your rebuttal to your Let's Go Steelers.
Sound like a hater.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sound like a hater. I don't know who it is, unfortunately.
Ravens fan or a Browns fan?
No, Mahomes is him. Receivers need to do a better job going to deliver the good ball, no matter what. Absolutely. Exactly.
I'll get into this one later, too. But Darren brings up another good point.
Golf. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I gave him that name, by the way. Maybe you get the right time.
This is another thing we'll talk about later as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely get to that later. That was a good point. Those who are now tuning in, we're gratefully appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all like, share, and comment, engage with us, man. You want to ask questions throughout the show, we'll answer it throughout the show at appropriate time, appropriate manner, and continue to keep subscribing to all of our platforms. We got the QR code right in the corner. I believe on my right, your left, depending on how your camera or your computer is or however you're watching it. The QR code right there for you guys at your disposal. It is free. Join us. Get all our exclusive content, highlights from each show. We are also now on Spotify as well. So if you happen to miss the show, don't worry about it. We are on Spotify. You can watch it there. Well,
can you put that back up for me, please?
What was that?
The one about Andy Reid losing the game.
Go back.
Andy Reid losing the game.
If you want to be real, Andy Reid lost that game. Well, I'll go for it on 4th and 20 on the wrong side of the 50 with 3 timeouts and 2-minute warning.
Now, you wouldn't have had to worry about that if the receivers would have been able to execute the game plan.
Absolutely.
So it's not on Andy Reid because, yes, was that a bad play call, a bad decision? Sure. Of course, it was a bad coaching decision. But it wouldn't have mattered if the team would have executed.
Exactly.
His original game plan.
On that one, I'm not blaming Andy Reid for any of that.
No.
First of all, and not even that call. You have to go for it. You're trying to win the game. It proved to you he still had faith in the receivers at 4th and 25. It was 4th and 25, by the way, thanks to said right tackle having a false start.
Yeah, finally being called for that.
But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah. But the point of the matter is he had faith in the receivers. He had faith in Patrick Mahomes to get that 4th and 25. That's the reason why he went for it. He continued to have faith in his offense. And that's what every coach does that. So
I think what it is they got cocky and arrogant about that 13 seconds. That we can score in 13 seconds. We got 3 timeouts in 2 minutes. Well, who gives a shit? Nah,
somebody sounds salty.
All right, let's go get into B-Trilla.
Well, it doesn't help when we got it doesn't help when we got a Chiefs fan as a mod now, and he has to bring it up.
Yeah, right. So we got the 2-minute drill.
2-minute drill.
And 4 questions, 30 seconds.
Let's do it.
I will be asking. So let's get ready to go right now. As soon as it comes up. All right. There we go. So hold on a minute. Okay. Really? Now we're going to be slow.
Technical difficulties.
So, first question is, will Chris Jones get a deal done before week 8?
I hope so.
No.
The way that the Kansas City Chiefs are playing on defense and Chris Jones now looking for a bigger contract, I don't think that deal is going to get done before week 8 either because, it's going to be Stallworth part here. All right. What free agent that was signed in the offseason will make the biggest impact on their team? Give me a name.
I'm gonna be a homer, Patrick Peterson.
I figured that much. Kevin?
Biggest impact on their team, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Does he count as a free agent, being that he was traded?
I mean, no, not really, but I get you. I get where you're
But
going with
he's
it.
not a free agent.
All right, here. I'll give you a different one. Tremaine Edmonds. How about Tremaine Edmonds for the Chicago Bears?
Yeah,
There you go.
Oh.
Hey, matter of fact, Javon Hargrave for the I just signed with the 49ers free agency. He was the top name in free agency, so he may with that line he definitely will.
You caught me off guard with that question, by the way.
That's why I said Hargrave.
There was like so many to choose from.
And I got I'm gonna be a homer too. CJ Gardner. If he just shuts his damn mouth, he'd be all right. Who should start for Arizona? Dobbs or Tune?
Dobbs.
I'd say Tune. You know why I say Tune?
Why is that?
Arizona's in fuck it mode. No,
Yeah.
Tune is they're in fuck it mode right now. So just throw in the rookie quarterback. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Ride or die with him. And you want
let's see what he got.
The next guy. Yeah. That's right.
Maybe you find a diamond in the rough.
Right. Maybe.
Another Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Will the signing of Nick Bosa sway or stay your decision on the game results Sunday?
I couldn't hear it. One more time.
Will the signing of Nick Bosa sway or stay your decision on the game results Sunday today?
Probably sway. Probably.
Sway to San Francisco winning or San Francisco losing?
Oh, losing. losing. I didn't hear the last part.
Like I should have really had to spell that out for you.
Yeah.
What do you say, Kevin?
Losing. I'm sorry.
Probably sway for them, I would imagine, being that if it's already the contract negotiations and everything else is done, now there's no drama there. Now you can focus on football.
Yeah, I would say that I'm still picking Pittsburgh to win the game. However, it's going to be tighter than because you got Hargrave and then you got Nick Bosa now, so they got contend with two guys coming from opposite sides of the line. So I would have to say that offense is not going to be at a premium in this next game, but I still see Pittsburgh eking that one out. All right, that's my 2-minute one, my 2-minute drill. Let's go on to the next question.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. Jamal Gribbs, the star in the making. I agree. I think with this offensive line, yes. Yeah, even if his production not really showing that was the line, gonna make him look real, real good. And I think he's a real good feature back too. So time will tell as the season goes on, as the story's still being written. But he's in the right direction. And with the offensive line, man, sky's the limit. So even if he's not the greatest running back, you'll never know because the line is so goddamn good. But all you got to do is go right through that joint. How wide they open up my holes. So it's crazy, man. So right now he still got time. But right now he's looking that way. He's looking good. Monkey.
I definitely think so. That kid is special. He, like Darren just said, he is stupid fast. And what I saw from him on Thursday night, it just made me my jaw drop. That one he streaked down there. He just blew doors off everybody. Gibbs,
yeah,
I definitely think he will be, but it's hard because with them being a running back, his career isn't expected to be that long. So it's going to be a hot flash star in the making. You know what I mean? He's going to have he'll have a decent year this year, pick up next year, be great by year 3. By year 5, he's probably looking for a new extension and probably not going to get it because of the way they treat their running backs. The NFL, that's the Lions.
All right, Bishop.
Well, I mean, and for me, I would have to say that we have got to see what happens in the future for us to make, label him as a star. But he is on the right team with he's in the right system. He does have a great offensive line, and he won't. he won't have too many miles taken off of him because this is a 2-back system.
Right.
This is kind of like the ground and pound of Montgomery and the flash and dash of Gibbs. So when you got 2-back system, which I think a lot of teams are starting to go to now, and using that as their basis of offense in a running game, I think that the longevity of the running back will last a couple of years, maybe a season more than it is right now. But as far as Gibbs is concerned, he was a playmaker at Alabama. Alabama is already a pro set team anyway in college. But I would say that Gibbs will succeed in this. And only time will tell if he becomes even bigger than his name suggests right now. So.
Glad they go to comment section. Everybody feel? Fullback system with all fullback listed as a starter. Come on, we did. This not Baltimore.
5 running backs. There's 5 running backs he meant.
Yeah, it is. All right, y'all. Let's get to our next question of the day. Is Kadarius Toney leaning towards being a bust? I got a lot to talk about him later on, so I'm going to say that for later. But to answer this question, yeah, I think he's already been there, if you ask me. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll save my rest for later. Be Trilla.
You know how I feel about busts. All right.
Yeah,
you gotta, if he's still playing in the league after so long, then he had a bad game. Everybody's yes, he's not the greatest receiver in the world. No, he's not. He's probably not even the greatest mediocre receiver in the league, but he does serve a role. That's why Kansas City traded for him, because he did serve a purpose. Last year, he was pretty good on that offense. It really, if you look at it, if you get a player and they're on that right offense or they're in that right system, they're going to flourish, whether they're mediocre or not. Sky Moore, we can say the same thing. If you drop passes all the time, that would happen. It's not his first rodeo doing that either. But let's be honest, Kadarius Toney had a bad game, and now that's where all the boo birds are coming out with him. Even Chief fans don't like this situation. They want to trade for a good receiver right now. But you have one bad game. You got to wipe the slate clean. If he comes back with a vengeance in the next game, he gets like 4 catches for 125 yards. Ain't nobody gonna say shit about Kadarius Toney. Then he's gonna be a hero. So it's what have you done for me lately, league, and that's the problem with this whole situation. And Kadarius Toney, to be fair to him, it was a bad game. So let's see what he does in the next game. See if he makes a difference for that offense. If Kelsey's not in there, he'll get another chance to do that. He was a bust for the Giants because the Giants just suck. He don't have a good quarterback. Daniel Jones is just anyway. So he's a mediocre quarterback. But you're playing with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes will make people look good.
Or try.
If they catch the ball.
All right, Monkey.
Well, let's see. How many years has he been in the league? Is this his 3rd year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I normally don't give him the title of a bust until after the 3rd year. You gotta give him 3 years. Being that he was drafted 1st round by the Giants and didn't do shit, he was definitely on that bust train. Definitely is. You can't say he's not a bust for Kansas City because that's not how a draft bust works. A draft bust works. It doesn't matter what team he's on. He was drafted by the Giants, sucked ass for a year and a half, did decent towards the end of last season with the Chiefs, and now he did this shit. So you got to really give him until the end of this season, and then we can come back to him being a bust. But he is on that track on the bust train.
Don't quote me if I'm wrong. I can't really remember too well. I'm trying to think about it. But the reason why the Giants grabbed him, because I think the Eagles already grabbed Devontae Smith, who they really wanted from the beginning. But when they traded with, I can't remember who they traded with to get Devontae Smith. I meant to say Devontae Smith. That's who they really wanted at first, but when they grabbed him, the Giants, that was the best available option at that time, the wide receiver position. And they really need the wide receiver badly with the Giants. So that had a lot to do with
that. Comment right there is exactly the tale of two receivers right there.
Right.
So Stafford made Galladay, all right, and Galladay went over to the Giants, get that big ass payday, and then he got Daniel Jones as the quarterback. Yep. So then he was the person that he really was as far as a receiver, and that's why Galladay failed on that one. Tony is the same situation. When Barkley went out for that year, he stepped up big in a few games. He was really good in a few games. Everybody remember that time when everybody was talking about him, saying, "Oh yeah, Tony's a great receiver." Blah blah blah. Then he had when Barkley came back, he was and then they traded him. And then he did a few good things for Kansas City. See, sometimes it is about the quarterback and it is about the offensive scheme that you're in that makes you a mediocre quarterback, a pretty good quarterback. So you could have a whole bunch of mediocre quarterbacks in this league as long as they got the offense that they're playing good in and a quarterback that can throw to them, they're going to be successful. That's why you say Tyreek Hill is a guy, that's how you know he's a good receiver. He went from one team where they won a Super Bowl with, and he went to another team that's trying to win a Super Bowl, but he's still putting up them numbers. In fact, he's putting up better numbers with Miami than he did with Kansas City. So it's just how some of this works out. Everybody is not, you get in the NFL, it's a hard thing to get to the NFL as a player, period. As a receiver, man, you know how much you got to fight through to get to be a top-notch receiver in the NFL? You got to work your ass off.
Stay there. It's easy to get there, but hard to stay there.
Yeah, just that's Cooper Kupp.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. All right, y'all. Let's get into Monkey Trivia number 3.
All right. Number 3. What team has never beaten the Eagles?
At home or on the road? Are we specifying where? What is it?
Period. Overall, period.
What team has to be in the Eagles? Shit. Oh man.
So let's see.
Hey, you know what? Before
New England?
Nope.
Damn.
I did that one for you, Kevin.
The Commanders?
No, not the Commanders.
I would have to say Cleveland.
Yo. Hold on. Put up Darren's answer. Darren has it right.
Jets? Oh, wow.
Yes, the New Jersey Jets. Yep. Good job, Darren.
Well, he's not unsure. He threw the question mark, so he get half. He wasn't sure either. He threw that question mark. So he wanted you for validation, so you get half a point, Darren. I ain't let you get away with that. If I could have had
That's the first time. That's the first time that someone's actually answered the question before you guys could.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I'm about to throw
Anthony, good job on the
here.
comment and section,
Anthony,
guys.
you should know. I want to. Anthony, did you know?
Yeah, I put that in there for Anthony because I was waiting to see if Anthony would throw up a comment there.
I'm about to throw Anthony up here. I'm about to. I'll get ready to.
I was going to say, they played the Jets this year, too.
Mm-hmm. And they're changing.
Well, Darren's he's an Eagle fan, so.
Yeah. All right, that was pretty good. All right, y'all. Let's get into our next question of the day. Will the Raiders win more than 6 games? I'm gonna go with Monkey.
Maybe 6. It's right around that area, man. I really don't know. I see them splitting the series with Denver 1-1. I see them losing both to Chargers, both the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm gonna go with around. I think they won't. If they win more, it'll be 7.
As for me, they can win between 7 to 8 games. I think they still have a losing record overall, but I think maybe 8 is the peak. They still got one of the best receivers in the game on that roster still, as of right now, as we know. So I think they could probably sneak 7 to 8 wins. We still have to lose a record, and we'll miss the playoffs. Be sure.
Well, I know they ain't gonna beat the Lions, so that's one loss.
Ain't beating us either. Lose again.
And now see, now this is where I disagree with John, because it doesn't make a difference if they got Devontae Adams. They got to have a quarterback to get it to them. I think they win 6 games because they got Josh.
D-Hop didn't have that issue.
I think what that the real issue is here. They got Josh Jacobs back on the roster, so just for that fact, they can win 6 games, because that man is a walking touchdown, a running touchdown, if you want to say. So, yeah, I said it gets 6 games. I'm right there with you.
All right. Well, we got a
Jacobs
conversation.
and Myers can do wonders with even Brady. Baby Brady light. Got it. No, they can't. Well, I mean, Jacobs could do good. I don't know. Myers. I'm not buying that. But anyway.
All right, let's go. We'll move right along. This is our next question of the day. All right, y'all. Who have more receiving TDs? We got Justin Jefferson or Tyreek Hill. Be sure to let you go first.
Justin Jefferson. I tell you why they're going to do that is because they're going to be passing more. The running game's not going to be as effective as people think it is. Matson's not going to be that running back like Cook was. He's not that threat. So they're going to be passing more.
I agree with you.
And they're going to be playing from behind.
It's Justin Jefferson for the exact same reason. I was about to say the exact same thing. Justin Jefferson. Monkey.
I'm saying Justin Jefferson because he's like the only target he really had that Kirk Cousins really has that's dependable. Jefferson, I also see the Vikings having to play more from behind during games, so I can see them passing more. And I agree with B with the whole Madison. Madison is not him. He's good. I'll give him that, but he isn't Delvin Cook good. And you just got rid of his ass. And if you're expecting the same kind of outcome, you're nuts. You're going to end up having more passing yards because you're not going to be able to rely on just Madison running the ball. It's not going to happen. He's not an every down back.
Right.
All right, let's move on with our next topic of the day. We got Jag-off of the week. You know how we do it, man. Every single week, we got to get someone Jag-off for a Jag-off moment. You know, always start off first. So this time, I got video footage for y'all for my Jag-off. Go ahead and play that real quick, man. That's right, Tommy Thompson. You already got your helmet on your head. How you not know that? How you don't feel that around you? I'm confused, buddy. What is going on, man? And you got another one on.
Every time I see that damn video, man, oh my God, it is a stupid. How you gonna put a helmet on a helmet, mom?
How you don't see that? I'm confused right now. He just got me lost on that one, man. And, oh, man. And like the guard things in your face, the face matchups in your face, like I don't know. I'm not sure what that was about, man. But yeah, I'm going to you.
I'm only trying to hope that he was trying to be just a jackass, you know.
Nah,
be like a hat on a hat.
I think he was dead serious. You know? I be sure who you got, man.
That probably was the surmise of how Kansas City's game was going. We put that hat on a hat. I mean, I can go with that. I'll go with that.
All right, Monkey.
Well, actually, I'll tell you. Hold on. I'll tell you what. Hold on, just a minute. I'll tell you who I've got. The right tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Dude, your ass is lined up wrong first place. I don't care what the damn head of NFL guy was saying. You were lined up wrong first off. Then you had a false start at least 6-7 times and didn't get called before you did get called. Then on top of that, you were the reason why the Lions didn't complain about your ass is because you were tipping off every play too. Now, if I was Kansas City, the teammates of Kansas City, I'd be mad. I said, dude, you're tipping off every one of our plays. You jiggle your foot when you're passing, and you stay still when it's a run play. Dude, come on, man. You a jag off of that.
All right, Monkey, what you got?
I had a couple, but the only one that's coming to mind right now is the Jagoff who decided to go out and say that Mike Williams passed away when he
Yeah,
was still alive.
yeah, that is man.
You're an asshole for that. You're even worse than a Jagoff because you just wanted clout. You wanted to hurry up and be the first one to get information out there, and you spread the wrong information. Way to go, jackass. Jagoff.
We got anybody going to the comment section? Who we got in the comment section?
Jaguar.
Darren Payne still says, still Nicholas.
he Jagger for the century. He ain't never gonna change.
Yeah, still Nicholas.
When in doubt, throw Nicholas under the bus.
Right.
I was going to get our next question of the day. Will Lamar Jackson have more than 5 rushing TDs? Yes. He'll probably lead his team in rushing TDs. Now, let's stop hating. On the real, I hope not. I hope not. With the new system, with the new OT now, they're looking to pass more. He wants to throw for 6,000 yards, quote unquote, what he says he wants to do. So I'm hoping that that's not the case. He's not leading his team in attempts, rushes, or rushing TD. He should not. But I think he'll get some rushing TD, but it's not more than the team. So I'm really able to say yes still. But just not lead. Don't lead his team like he did that one year. All right, Monkey.
I'm gonna go with depends on if he stays healthy the whole season. If he stays healthy all season, he's definitely gonna get it. But he has been classed as injury prone, being that has been injured for the past 2 seasons. So do I think he's gonna finish the season? No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think he will play all 17 games. But he should still get that 5 rushing touchdowns within the first 5 games of the year. He can't help but the run. I want to say it was all Greg Roman's fault and everything, just like the rest of the Ravens fans do. But Lamar likes to take off when he sees trouble. He takes off. He doesn't look for an open man. He just takes off. So it's going to happen. It's just like Josh Allen. No matter what you do, Josh Allen is going to take off. You may be able to limit how much they take off, but it's in their blood to take off. It's just what they do.
Be sure I got you right. Be sure.
Yeah. This asking if he's going to score more than 5 rushing touchdowns is asking will the sun come out every day. I mean, yeah, duh. Whether or not he'll have help with that is the question. Really, we know when Lamar is going to get more than 5 rushing touchdowns, but is he going to get help with everybody else scoring rushing touchdowns? That's the point. So to make Ravens successful, if it's him just getting over 5 rushing touchdowns, no, they're not going to be successful. But he's going to score.
You need to stop running all those damn RPOs.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, hopefully this new offensive coordinator does something for him because the Ravens have no excuses now. None. They got their brand new offensive coordinator they've been blaming for the past freaking 3 to 5 years. And then now you have weapons for Lamar, and now there's definitely no excuse.
Well, Darren, historically, red zone touchdowns aren't all rushing touchdowns. He get a rushing touchdown from his own 25-yard line because he's just that fast. So, rushing touchdowns just don't come from the red zone. They come from outside the red zone, especially in Lamar Jackson's case.
Yeah, it doesn't. The question doesn't specify if it's in the red end or in the red zone. So, and we know Lamar is, very good at making people miss and creating large gains on the field with his legs. So it doesn't have to be in the red zone. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it how many times where he's taken off about on the 40 or the 30 from the other team's side of the field and rather score a touchdown or get 40 plus yards on the rush,
Yeah.
True. All right, y'all. Let's move to our next question of the day. All right. Will the Patriots win more than 7 games? Hey, I need somebody to answer that question first, but not y'all. Anthony, will the Patriots win more than 7 games this season? What you got, Anthony? You should know.
Just threw him up there.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself, brother.
Well, we're going to start them off with an L today. I promise you that. We'll start off with one today. 7 games, it would be an absolute miracle. The only way they win more than 7 is if somebody in that division takes a bad injury. If Josh Allen unfortunately goes down, or Aaron Rodgers goes down, or something like, man, they might not. I think they finish last. I got them at like maybe winning 6 games. That's a maybe.
All right, man, get out of here. Thank you. Hey, Robbie, will the Patriots win more than 7 games? Come on. What you got?
No, you frickin' Jagoff.
All right, get out of here. All right, be sure to. Will the Patriots win more than 7 games?
Hell to the no. They ain't going to win more than 7 games. They're going to be last in that division. I've said this all along.
After me, no, I think they're going to be at the bottom. They've been thrown in that division for 19 to 20 years. Not no more. I think it's going to be the Bills for the foreseeable future, and maybe the Jets maybe get 1, maybe. But I think it's the Bills division there to win. So, no. Maybe look if they win 5 games for real. And they started with that L today. Major one. Monkey, you know how you feel, but go ahead.
No. I'm laughing because I see these predictions for the standings at the end of the year, and there are people like professional analysts who have the Patriots rather winning the division or coming in second, and have the Bills in the basement. Like,
they call themselves professional.
Get a fucking quarterback first before you even try pulling that shit. I don't think the Patriots will win a single game in our division. They are the weakest link in our division, and they're gonna be that bottom tier team. If they pull off a win against the Dolphins or the Jets, it'll be a miracle. And I really don't see them doing it against the Bills because they haven't done shit to improve their team. We haven't had an issue with them since we beat the bloody piss out of them in the playoffs.
I think this is the most quietest I've seen New England, as far as making moves, like nothing been talked about the draft, nothing for New England.
Now, mind you, this is the norm. This is how I grew up. The Patriots sucked when I grew up. The Patriots weren't good until they had Tom Brady. Now that they don't have Tom Brady, they're back to sucking again. Just like I said, all these years, I've been telling Pats fans, enjoy your time while it lasts, because once Tom Brady is gone, your time is over. Mm-hmm. And now look what happened.
Yep.
Told you so.
Got anybody in the comment section?
That would be Anthony's department. So, Anthony, we got anything in that comment section, bro? No? Okay.
Right now. All right, cool. All right, we're going to move with Monkey Trivia number 4.
All right, number four. Based on a team's regular season record, who were the worst 3 teams to make it to the Super Bowl? And 2 were from this century, so you don't have to go all that far back. If you can name 1, I'll be happy.
Cincinnati?
No.
San Diego?
No.
Oh, shit.
The Rams?
Super Bowl in the pair.
The 1979 LA Rams was one of them. With a 9-7 record.
And they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I know that. I know my. A little bit Super Bowl.
I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to bring it. I was trying to leave it alone.
This century with some sorry teams. Oh, not Carolina.
The Bucks.
They went to the Super Bowl with a record of 9-7.
The Bucks.
No team has ever had a worse than 9-7 record. No.
Okay.
The Giants. The
2011 New York Giants.
Okay.
And then there was also the 2008 Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
Okay. Fair shake.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get into our next
the Giants
question.
won that Super Bowl. They were 9-7 because they beat the Patriots
twice. All right, y'all. Who will lead the league in sacks?
Yeah.
I'm not even asking that question. I'm not even sure why you asked that question. He's gonna win.
I knew he was gonna do that.
Listen up here. You know what I'm gonna say. TJ Watt. He's healthy. He's ready to go. He will take the title right back, and this time he's gonna break the record. Maybe not this year, but he's gonna lead the league. He is.
Come on now. Stand up.
He was on the verge of doing it last year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Because in that first game he had 3 sacks against his daddy. He started up good, and then he got hurt. So. Okay, but yeah, TJ Watt. Be sure.
Yeah, I could go Homer and say Aiden Hutchinson, but no, I think in reality it'll be TJ Watt.
All right, Monkey.
This panel agrees with y'all because I can't think of any more dominant lineman or defensive player as far as creating pressure on that quarterback than TJ Watt.
Mm-hmm.
TJ Watt has the most sacks since being drafted. By the way, too.
Yep. It's kind of hard to, I wanted to say somebody else, but think about all the people that are up there. They still, Hassan Reddick is another one I was thinking about.
I like him too.
I like him, but I just.
But the league, the league in sacks, I don't know about that.
But leading it, I don't know.
TJ Watt has that extra gear that 90% of the league does not have. And it's not something you can learn. That's just something you're gifted with.
Yeah. As long as he stay healthy, I believe he can do it. As long as he stays healthy.
Right.
I still think that he's going to be better than his brother. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I think it's going to be better.
As long as he stops getting injured like his brother, he'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as he stay healthy, I think he has the opportunity.
This is true.
As long as he stay healthy, I think he has the opportunity to be better than his brother. Right now, I'm still giving it to JJ right now. That's right now. We'll see what happens when TJ hit around year 8, 9, 10. Maybe we'll talk about it then. All right, y'all. So is the lead? Okay. Sack record broke last year. What breaks the sack record? No, you're not. It's gonna be me. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Well, he's saying Philly, so I think he means as a team.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling him no, he ain't. I am getting it back.
But I could definitely see the Eagles having the most total sacks.
Yeah.
But as far as single player goes, it's definitely TJ, bro. Yeah.
They have the most complete defensive line, depth-wise, too. So, yeah.
That front 8 for the Eagles is scary.
It is crazy, though. I ain't going to lie. I ain't going to hate.
Mm-hmm.
It is deadly. That joint is deadly, man. Just didn't look that way in the Super Bowl. All right, moving on. All right. If the NFL discrediting the RB position. Now, we've been seeing the latest news how they're not trying to pay the running backs, but actually the running backs do so much more. So I want to know what y'all thoughts on it. Is the NFL discrediting the running back position? Be sure.
I would say yes, but you know that the opposite to that whole question is, were the running backs really being credited in the first place? They're only the third from the bottom position that gets paid the most, being that special teams, and I forgot what the other one is, non-significant kicker, punter, or whatever.
Some long snapper right now is making more money than half the
There you go,
back.
long snapper. There you go. Yeah, so there you go. And then it says running back. It's long snapper, kicker, running back. So are they really discrediting the running back position, or is that just where the running back position has been for the whole entire time? I think people are saying discrediting the running back means that you're not paying a running back to do, be like Barry Sanders or be like Emmitt Smith or be like LaDainian Tomlinson. Any of those are running backs that are an ace in their generation. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that you pay players if they're really good. I mean, you can say that really to the fact that receivers get paid that based on how they play too. But there's so many receivers on the field compared to having running backs on the field. You could have 4 receivers on the field at one time and 1 running back. So the payment of a receivers are evening off if you got Devontae, Tyreek Hill, those kind of types of receivers, and then you got somebody like Kadarius Toney. So you're really spreading that salary out between everybody. I don't really understand. As I was thinking about it and as I was digging into it, I don't understand what discrediting the R&B position, the running back position is. Because it's always been the lowest paying, one of the lowest paying top positions. So really, are they discrediting the running back position or just telling the truth about where they get paid at? I think that's the problem. And running backs are getting greedy. They want to be just like the receivers. They want to be just like the quarterbacks. They want to make that money. So that's the reason why I think really the running backs are putting that out there so they can get paid. And it's the NFL is just trying to run with it.
Are we blaming them for that though? Because look what they're being asked to do. They're asked to catch out the backfield. They're actually the block now. They run the ball. They have 30 carries a game.
And don't forget,
I mean,
are you blaming them for
that? I'm not blaming them for that. But this has been happening over the course of time. Running backs used to be a big part of the league before the passing game got here. And once the passing game got here, the passing game started matriculating up. And the running back position was something to solidify the passing game. So if running backs really had a problem with their position and how they were doing things, blocking, catch, passing, and running, and taking durability out of their time, they should have been fighting for this a long time ago. And this is what I'm saying. They should not be bringing this shit up now. They should have been fighting for this a long time ago. They should have understood that the running back position is
right there. That's what I was alluding to right there. Because they don't last.
That's what I was going to say.
They deserve to be paid as much as your quarterback.
Again, this is something
they average a 3-year.
They should brought up. Again, this is something that they should bring up in player negotiation contracts with the NFL, PA. So I mean, you shouldn't be. I mean, to bring it up now is like old news to me. And as I was looking at it, I was like, hey, discrediting the running back, they've been discredited for so long. I don't know. I couldn't put a finger on who is to blame, but the running backs need to come out and say, hey, we do this, this, and this. You start paying us this, this, and this, but they should have done this a while back. They shouldn't have done this now. They shouldn't have been. This shouldn't be a problem now. And the NFL is going to do what the NFL is because you know how they are. They're greedy as hell. So they don't give a damn. We're not going to pay you. And they're going to make it a thing to say we're not going to pay you. Irsay was the first one to be on that bandwagon. And you pay the best player on your team. It don't make a difference if he's a running back or a receiver or an offensive line. You pay the best player on your team.
He's one of many.
Jonathan Taylor is clearly the best player on his team. So that's just a stupid thing anyway. That's why I think Jim Irsay is stupid as hell for that. Just pay your damn running back.
I think it got so bad when they gave Ezekiel Elliott his money and how he declined right after that money. And he didn't decline as much for statistically wise, but I think it started with Ezekiel Elliott. Why it got so bad they don't want to talk about $40-30 million contract to a running back anymore after the decline of his contract, how much he would get paid and how his numbers were decreasing, but he was still getting all this money. I remember we talked about him a couple of years ago about how he's going to be one of the highest paid running backs coming into that league 2 years ago. And Gurley's another perfect example. But my thing is that I feel like they should act for a bag like that because they don't last long. So you're depending on why they're fresh because they take the most. I think that position take the most beating than anybody on the field because they carry the ball. They carry the ball so many times, like I said, between 20 to 30 times a game, maybe more than that. You know what I'm saying? So and I say they take so much wear and tear with the cutting, the spinning, the hurdling, all type of things. So and it doesn't last that long. So what you can run at what a good 3 to 6 years, maybe. To be at the top level for the start declining, and sometimes
think about that
money or after money, or even 3 years. Go ahead, Michelle.
And think about what Kevin said though. Average lifespan for a running back to be healthy is 3 years.
Yeah.
So, what is a normal rookie contract though?
It's 4 years.
4 years.
That's your first round pick.
The last NFLPA contract. That's when they should have said, look, an average running back's career lasts for 3 years. If they're a rookie coming out of college, pay their ass immediately. They should have been one of the positions that you pay immediately a high amount to.
Or
so you wouldn't have this problem, because what happens is, since it's a rotating type of position, that means that you don't pay them a rookie contract. You pay them straight what they're worth out of college. Then, your 3 years is up. You keep them as, the 4-year contract is up. You keep them either as long as if they're still healthy and they're still producing, or you get another rookie where you can pay them a bundle, but still not break your cap. You know what I'm saying? They're not. I think that's where the NFL and the NFLPA have screwed up over the years, because they're not valuing certain positions on how the longevity of those positions are. So,
go ahead, Kevin.
What they should do is they already do it, but make it more player friendly, is incentive based opportunities. So, like, they should get paid per carry, per pancake block, per catch, so much for so many yards. Not something like they do now, where if you hit 1,000 yards on the season, you get a bonus. No. For everything they do, you give them their base salary that they get as a rookie and everything, but you got to load it with the incentives. And I think that would equal out everything as far as like the main running backs, the starters are considered. Because those are the ones that are throwing shade right now, are the ones that go in and then, put their asses on the line, not the bench warmers and shit. But so you take care of them with the incentives, give them like, I don't know, I'm just going to throw a number out there, like $1,000 per carry or something like that, or $100 or $150, 500, whatever. You pick the number. Nothing crazy, just something that will help give them money at the same time, not hurt your cap.
That's true.
Because when you do the incentives don't hurt the cap at all. Those are bonuses.
Discredit him because like they actually do so much more. And you see somebody that's only kicking the ball, they averaging more yearly than them. So I was like, you discredit them or devaluing this position when I
think it is.
Does get more is hurt, much as get hurt than the kicker is, the long snapper is. So I was like, that's why I put it up there. So I'll put Anthony up here. Let's see what his opinion on this one. Did you get him up here?
Yeah.
And you hear us?
Turn on your mic, Anthony.
Hey, somebody, how you feel about this position conversation?
Yeah, I think the problem with the running back position is that, and I don't mean this in a negative context, is that it's a much easier position to play than almost every other position on the field. You look at what wideouts have to learn, you look at what corners have to learn, you look at these linemen and blocking assignments. Essentially a running back, if you can find a hole, great. Some guys are so good they don't even need to find a hole. They'll make their own. I think it's been coming for a long time, and I think it's a position everybody plays. We've seen wide receivers jump from Cordell Patterson, jump from wide receiver to halfback and back and forth. We see Debo do it every week. My Eagles, we let A.J. Brown run the ball quite a bit, on jet sweeps and stuff like that. I just think the value in that position isn't there with an average. I think Kevin said 3 years. You just can't afford to pay a guy that you're only going to have 3 or 4 years. I think the rookie sliding scale needs to change, though. They did that for quarterbacks. They changed the slide scale so that they make more up front now. That should have been done for running backs 5 years ago, and it's crazy that we haven't researched that and done anything about it. I think that's a failure in the NLPA, honestly. Yeah, honestly, longer than that. I think that's a failure in the NLPA. NFLPA. Yeah, it just really is.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
it's one thing when you got a running back that's on a team like the Bills or the Chiefs where they don't run as much. But then you got teams like the Lions and the Eagles that like that running, and the Ravens, the Steelers too. They like the running game.
Yeah.
Right.
If you look at
that's their identity, really.
And Kevin's right. And if you look at the Eagles running backs, we got 4 running backs for the price of Miles Sanders.
Yep.
Sorry, Miles, you're out, bro. Like, if we can get 4 guys all younger than you for the price of you, man, sorry, it works. And if one goes down, it's next man up. And the next man's pretty damn good. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing in Pittsburgh. With you guys got Jalen Warren and Najee and kind of the same thing in Detroit. You guys got 3-4 backs that could start as a one anywhere. I think the only person that's a little running back for right now is Kevin, but that's okay. They're working on that.
Running backs are done. You need a top quarterback, a top wide receiver, top tight end, top kicker, and all positions are more important. I feel like they're done. They're just not being valued as they should when they're doing so much and they got more chances of being injury prone or prone to being hurt than your kicker or your long snapper. Well, appreciate you, Anthony. All right, so that was a good topic. That was a really good topic. But let's go ahead and move on with the show.
With us. I think what you should do is, John, don't say discrediting, say respecting that position. Yeah, because a lot of people don't respect the running back position, and it's been that way for a long period of time. Even in the days when we had really great running backs, so it's been like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say discrediting. I say respecting the running back position.
I was between that and devaluing. I was between the two, but yeah, you're right. I should have chosen a better word, but yeah. All right, I got you. All right, y'all. So we're gonna move to Monkey's trivia question number 5.
All right. So this runs off of the last trivia question. So the 3 teams that made it to the Super Bowl, the worst 3 teams, the 2008 Cardinals, the 1979 LA Rams, and the 2011 Giants. Which one of those 3 teams did not win the Super Bowl? Which we already answered.
Arizona.
Arizona.
No, it was the Rams because they lost to the Steelers, remember?
But
Arizona lost.
They won.
Arizona lost to the Steelers too, though.
Yeah.
Not in 2008. 2008 is when they won the Super Bowl.
Who won the Super Bowl?
Who? Arizona?
No, we won that. No, they did not. We won that. What are you talking about?
No, Arizona.
We won the Super Bowl against Arizona. What are you talking
about? Remember
that?
That was the famous Santonio Holmes in the end zone catch.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
All right, so my question's fucked up a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'll do better, I promise. I'll do better, I promise.
I'm about to say, wait a minute.
That irritates me. That's wrong. That irritates me.
He had me second guessing. Did we not win that game?
High five, John. We got his ass on that one. High five, John. High five.
Get it together.
Damn Google anyway.
So we was correct. It was Arizona. I'm about to say. Okay, all right, y'all. Now it's time for sit your ass down. We finally brought it back, man. There we go. All right, go ahead. Put me on full screen.
Oh yeah. My bad. I'll put you on full screen in here. Damn it. I'm sorry. This is okay. There we go. I got you.
There you go.
Get your shit together. Come on.
Right. All right, y'all. It's time to sit your ass down. That's the segment I normally do when it's time to call out a specific player that gave me a headache. And we kind of been talking about this guy all show long. Kadarius Toney. I need to talk to you, my brother. I need to talk to you. I know be sure don't think I should go as bad on you as I would like to, but I feel like I have to because you kind of disappointed a lot of us, man. You kind of did, man. All right, so let's get into it, man. All right, y'all. Kadarius Toney was drafted by the New York Giants in the 2021 draft. He was first round pick, 20 pick overall. I spent 2 years there before he was decided to be traded for third and sixth round pick to the Kansas City Chiefs, and he made a couple of plays, and he also played a pivotal role in the Super Bowl, scoring a touchdown, and he now has the longest return in the Super Bowl, punt return in the Super Bowl. I think it was 69 yards, I believe. Yeah, 65 yards return. That's the longest in punt return history in the Super Bowl era. But and that's good as handy dandy. But we got to talk about what happened on Thursday. Can I get the first picture? Can we get the first picture put up? All right, you guys. The world has been reacting to There's Tony's tough night. He had a real tough night. He had one catch, one reception, one receiving yards. I think he had one more one. I can't remember what it was, but he had a bad night. He had a lot of drops, man. Can you go to the next picture? All right, y'all. If I told you this turned into a pick six, would y'all believe me? It did. But we'll get into the video little stuff a little bit later. Can I get the next picture? The next one. Even the world, you talk about this all over Twitter, all over Facebook, all over Instagram. It got to the point where he deleted his Twitter. I think it was Instagram or Twitter. One of the two. He tweeted on one of the two. It was Twitter. He took Twitter down. You got people talking about the Pixels 100%. There's Tony's fault because Derek Tony is way too physical and talented to have these many mental mistakes. Can't be trusted. And the list goes on. Here. One catch, 1 yard, one fumble, one rushing attempt, and one negative yard. Like, he did not have a very good game at all, man. It didn't look good at all. Can we get to the next picture? The man had 3 drops, man, in this game, man. 3 pivotal bad ones. I think one led into the pick six we just finished talking about. The next one was a crossing route, and I don't know how he didn't grab that. Patrick Jones threw right to him. Even though him and the other receiver kind of crossed a little bit, Patrick Jones actually waited just enough for them to go past each other and threw the ball, and he still dropped it. And then during the 2-minute drill, the drill down the stretch, he burned his man. He was wide open. And guess what happened? He dropped the ball again. Now, to be fair, he wasn't the only guy dropping balls, but he did drop some pivotal ones that did cost him this game. You catch that ball during that pick six, the Chiefs probably win that game. Honestly, even if it was 2-minute drill, you make that catch, or then it was a field goal because the Chiefs lost by 1 point. So imagine if you caught that ball. I think it was already been in field goal range already. But you dropping that, man, you put him in a bad situation. Let's get to the next one.
He's about to have a 4th drop right off my fantasy team.
His new name is Kadarius Brickstones Tony. Until you start catching again, man, you're looking so bad, man. And for those who did not get to see the video, those who are not going to see the live show, let's go ahead and play the first video.
Tuesday. So this is 3rd and 6. Mahomes throws the cross, is intercepted on the deflection. Brian Branch, the rookie, ties the game with his first NFL touchdown.
Brian Branch, they have been excited since the day they drafted him, right through the hands of Tony.
Skipper moves in that line all the time. Underneath, the cross is incomplete. It's almost like the run of Richter.
The dropped one that led to the interception, but here looked just distracted.
Things weren't even up there for him. They're 20 yards to get Harrison Butker's field goal range. Mahomes, plenty of time, looking in the middle. It's dropped again by Tony, who has had a really poor night.
When you have a bad night, no matter what it is, sometimes it can build on itself. And
hey, don't worry about it, y'all. I got the remix for y'all. Play the remix for him. Play the remix. I got
And I miss you. And I miss you. And I miss you.
If you see that last one, they was in field goal range. All you had to do is catch you in field goal range right there. And I believe the Chiefs probably would have had a chance to win that game because the defense didn't play half bad, even though they didn't have Chris Jones. They did play pretty decent throughout that entire time. And it was moving. And you just played so bad, man. But I'm not gonna be too hard. I feel like you've been a bust since your Giants time. I feel like you should have been drafted in the first round, but you were the best available wide receiver at the time because they actually wanted Devontae Smith. But then when the Eagles wound up getting them, they would left to pick up the best option. So you shouldn't have never been a first round pick. But I'm not gonna be too bad on you because you are 24, so that means you got time to grow. But if you do this again, I'll be talking about you again. But for now, be sure to go ahead and give it to him, man.
Man, sit your ass down, Kadarius Butterfingers Tony. Sit down. Sit.
My mom says I got stone hands because my daddy was a brick mason.
Oh man, Tony.
Yeah, exactly. He was trying to catch with his body. See, Urban don't know what the hell he's talking about. Oh, funny.
I be sure you got anybody needs to sit down this week.
Oh yeah, Jawan Taylor, the right tackle From the Kansas City Chiefs. Dude, what's wrong with you? Okay. If you're allowed to do certain things, go ahead and keep getting away with it as much as possible. And really, I'm sharing this with the referees too. Okay. So it's bad enough that he was doing that. The referees were sitting there in arms saying, oh, yeah, he's lined up correctly as long as his head doesn't cross the waistline of the offensive line. Man, if you don't shut your punk ass up and y'all are letting him do false starts every 5 or 6 plays so he can get, because, Hutchinson was coming in there like a monster on him. He had to do something, but cheating is not one of the ways that you get it done. Either play or get your ass off the field. So the Lions, to their credit, did not cry about that situation because, hey, this stupid motherfucker's up there tipping off plays, running his back foot back there when it's pass play and then freezing when it's a run play. All right, I got you, dude. I'm just going to move Hutchinson inside and cause all kinds of play. And then we know what you're running any damn way because we see how you're moving. Big dumb. See, that was a big key to the game, too. People don't understand. It wasn't just the drops. When your own player is tipping off plays, and you start understanding what the plays are, and that's why in the second half, the defense was a lot better. You noticed that. Patrick Mahomes did a lot of his damage in the first half. He didn't do a lot of his damage in the second half. He had to run a few times because, his receivers weren't catching the ball. This is something that I give him credit for. But he didn't have a really good passing performance in the second half. So it all attributes to the fact that the Lions noticed something on that offensive line, and he was the dumb that stood out. So, sit your ass down, Jawan Taylor. You don't need to even be playing in that line. And you know what? Sit your ass down, Kansas City, because you got rid of Orlando Pace. I guarantee you he would have never got that. He would have never done that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That is. All right, okay. We got somebody to sit that down this week?
No, you guys basically pretty much covered up. Got it covered. I agree with y'all. I got nothing else to say. I already said my piece on Kadarius Toney all throughout this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't feel like repeating myself.
He got time to grow, man. He's 24, so he got time to grow, man. But that was bad. You come with a Super Bowl win too. Yeah. You played a huge role in that Super Bowl too. Like you do. Nobody ever forget that. But nobody ever gonna forget this either. Lions didn't complain. Be sure because go back up. I can't read it. Okay, go put that comment back up. All right, Lions didn't complain. Be sure because it was like they were playing Nicholas on Madden. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. So this does conclude the end of our show. I'd like to thank everybody that tuned in, tapped in with us, engaged with us, liked, shared, kept us going. Be sure to appreciate you, Monkey, as well. My panel in the backstage, Anthony and the Matt Jens and Robbie. We appreciate y'all so much. Y'all anything y'all want to say before I'm going to close this out? Be sure you go ahead and go first.
Yeah, I'd like to give the same thanks to the Mad Yenser and Anthony backstage for keeping it down back there. I know it's a little shaky. We're still progressing in this situation, but you guys did an excellent job. You guys did an excellent job last week. So just keep it up. It's teamwork. There's no I in team. There's no we either. No, but yeah, there's no I in team.
But it's an Emmy in that motherfucker. Just kidding. All right, Monkey, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah. Well, first off, thank God fucking football is back.
Yes, sir.
I hate life without football. And I appreciate all you guys who can tell that I'm running off my phone to do this. And thanks to these guys here and the guys in the back, they put money together to get me a computer. So now I can not have to use my phone. And I appreciate that. And we can get all these graphics and videos going and the beats going. Be rocking that shit by Wednesday.
Oh yeah, so we still growing, man. We still growing. We can't do it without you guys, man. So every week we need y'all to tune in, man. Every Sunday at 10 p.m. We got 10 a.m. Excuse me, I apologize. We right here, man. You can follow us on all of our platforms all over the world. I say you can scan a QR code and you get busy, man. We got all our highlights from our best highlights from each show. Gonna be on there. Maybe conversations from us or other exclusive content. Football is back, like Monkey did say. You ready to go? I'm ready to go. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm gonna head to the. I'm about to get myself together. Get ready to head to the bar. Start yelling my ass off. Get ready for these goddamn Steelers. Let's go, Kenny Pickett. Let's go. I'm waiting for you. Do not disappoint me. Do not. I don't think you will. But let's go, Steelers. I'm ready to do this, man. I'm ready. But until then, man, I want to say good luck to everybody. Team today. Monkey, when you play Monday, we'll be watching that game. That'll probably be the most watched game. I'm sure of it. And
I have one thing I have to say though.
All right, let's hear it.
Because I see a comment down there. It says by a Facebook user, and I'm pretty sure it's Dante Bing. It says, "Bring me in, 0-ring heaven ass dude." But your rings have dust and needs to be polished, and you need to repair your VCR so you can watch your Super Bowl runs, bro.
All right, let me go to get this final thought out. So we can go get that body. I'll argue later. Let's go to put that final thought up so we go ahead and go home.
Yeah, we're going to give you the end.
All right, y'all. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Until next time, we'll see y'all Sunday, next week, 10 a.m. Make sure y'all catch right here. We're at your disposal. We're going to get the final thought put up. Good luck to everybody along the way. Happy NFL day. Until then, the future depends on what you do today. That's my final thought. I'm the big dog. That's Trilla. That's Monkey. Good night, y'all. We out of here. Let's go.
Peace.